You're smiling awful big, Chris.
And I'm just here to bring you guys some stuff.
Go ahead,
Are
Chris.
you ready for it?
Yep.
Okay. I was asked to bring you down the budget program for your review. Ron will be here in a little bit.
This is the DOT budget?
This is the DOT budget. And there's a map of the TPMS project numbers that are going to be on your construction budget. Should correlate with this. Two of these need to be signs.
How many miles are in that overlay? Wall Lake, Almer's.
I'll wait till they approve it.
Is it 10 miles?
Yeah, isn't that area 10 or 11?
What was it?
Which one's that?
The overlay project,
On D59
yeah.
is just a little bit over 10 miles.
What's the estimated cost?
That's that TPMS 8553. It's a little over $2 million.
For 10 miles? It's about 200,000 a mile.
A little bit over. We're estimating it to be $2,031,000.
Is that, that's approximately 4 inches of concrete?
4 inches on D59 and 5.5 on N20.
Oh, that goes south.
That 3 miles going south is thicker because it doesn't have as much sub-base to it.
I see.
So, we didn't break the cost down for each of those two roads, just
2 points.
a little over $2 million.
So that's part of that, that's all, that 10 miles you're
Yeah,
talking about?
I don't think that the map, and I probably should have looked at that closer, but that originally when it was established, they were only looking at doing D59, and then at some point after that, we added that south 3 miles, and I don't think the map got updated to show that south 3 miles. So,
Which is right here.
yeah.
What's the width?
Well, no, it's
Highway's 20 feet?
should be over here on the
Down
east
here?
end. Yeah, it should run as east end. What's that, Dean?
How wide are, was that 20 feet of concrete, the road?
22. We got 11-foot lanes. All our county roads are 22 foot. Some of those TJ roads are
A little wider.
a little wider, 23, 24. I think what Ron wants you to do is just review the projects that are budgeted in 2010, just so you have an idea of what's in it. You're aware of the bridges that they've talked about in the past.
He had a list of bridges last week when we were here talking about different.
The M43 is the top one you see on the sheet. Sheet right after the signage. So, the second one being the M50 resurfacing, with that surfacing kind of deteriorating there. He wanted to.
No, that'll be in summer of 10.
And it's going to be full. I think we can get it all taken care of. So.
What are they? Is he talking about a cold in place on that?
No, at
Pick
one
it up,
time
right?
he was talking about holding place, but we don't have enough structure to do a cold in place. We've only got 4.5 inches of total
Yeah.
surfacing there, so rule of thumb, we don't do a cold in place less than 7.5 inches. You don't want to lose half. They recommend doing half your thickness. And
So do you repair the really bad places before you?
if it's that bad, you can repair them ahead of time, do a core out.
Well, that, I drove that yesterday. It's pretty raw.
Durapatchers are coming in tomorrow to try to do a temporary on those.
You just wonder if you put more on top of that
Well,
rotten
yeah,
road.
that's what
I don't
you're
have
right.
all that. You wonder if you'd be better off. It's not much of a base.
Well, one thing that we do have, and I don't know what the cost of them Durapatchers to come in are going to be. Mike's been handling that, but one thing we got ahead is our local patching that we will be putting together the plans fairly soon. If worst comes to worst, we'll just have to do some PC core outs and fix those spots. That is an
Oh,
option.
and I was thinking the same thing that Dean
When
was
you
talking
pour a
about.
new concrete road, how thick do they pour? 6 inches?
On your traffic count. If you were
Well,
talking,
it seems like 6 inches of concrete would be better than 4.5 inches of
how
asphalt.
fast? I think you'd be hard pressed to put in a new county road with less than 8 inches of thickness because of the truck traffic. When we do our
Yeah.
full depth patches, we go 7.5 inches on us. Most of those are 6 inches.
On your concrete.
And granted, we have some failures with some of those patches for whatever reason. I think you'd be hard pressed to go less than 8 inches.
So that'd be expensive.
I had started to say that I was thinking the same thing when Dean asked the question. You know, you got to be sure that you're solid before you spend the money to put something on the top, and that's the way this thing has come apart. Makes you wonder.
One thing.
Well, it's amazing that, you know, they built that road and paved it. Ron said 3 inches of asphalt in the 60s.
Yep.
And then they just put 1.5 inches on
Inch and a
top of
half
that.
in the 80s.
And you look at the loads that are, you know, the grain and the honey wagons and big gravity. That's a wonder.
It wasn't an issue before. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing it's held up. We talked at the meeting last night. We listened to 3 engineering firms talk about pros and cons of asphalt and concrete. I didn't realize that over time, asphalt it kind of evaporates, or some of the petroleum products.
Yep. It
you know,
delaminates from the
they-
bottom up.
They're kind of, I didn't realize that. When you think of it, it's oilless, it will,
There'd be
break down.
a significant difference, though. I mean, you just think how many times that would be compounded on highway type road, where a trail will never have, you know, a lot of weight on it.
The weight is
Yeah,
compressed.
you know, just think about it on the road. Truck traffic that it gets, and it's remarkable it stays as long as it does. Good morning.
They're all ready for you.
Are they? Is that all primed? We're gonna moving towards the door now.
I'll have a seat in here listening on this.
Chris told us a whole bunch of different things that you told us last week.
We're in trouble then. Well, one thing I started to say is, you know, we're working on our, for lack of a better term, pavement history, so we can find out what our thicknesses are on all our different roads. You know, that M50, if we'd have known it was that thin, it should have been addressed prior to. And it looks like everything so far that we've checked is you know, 6 inches